According to the Freedom House, nearly 75% of the world's population lived in a country that faced deterioration of freedom last year, with expanding government surveillance and crushing of protests under the guise of fighting COVID. Our team aims to visualize a relationship between the changes in the Human Freedom Index and the Human Development Index of each nation from 2012 to 2019, so that we can quantify how vulnerable different populations are to a decline in their developmental level due to civil liberties restricting during COVID. For context, the Human Development Index is a UN indicator considering standard of living, education, and life expectancy. Additionally, the Human Freedom Index is a Cato Institute index that encompasses social, civil, and economic freedoms.
So first, we have our interactive world map. The ratio in each country's change in Human Development Index over its change in Human Freedom Index is represented by the color on the map. For countries that are more red, like Brazil and Sierra Leone, they have a higher ratio, meaning that for every 1 point decrease in their Human Freedom Index, they have a large decrease in Development Index. Clearly, these people are more vulnerable to the impacts of civil liberties restrictions. More green countries, like Iceland and Zambia, are the opposite and are less vulnerable. So second, we have our tree map. This is where countries with bigger rectangles and a darker red color have higher ratios again, while smaller countries with smaller rectangles have lighter colors and are lighter ratios, representing the vulnerabilities.
We also did a linear regression in R and created a scatter plot visualization. So we got a p-value of 0.001775, revealing a statistically significant relationship between the variables. In fact, we can even hover over the nations for individualized data. We found that 62% of nations had a positive correlation between a change in human freedom and a change in the Human Development Index, meaning nearly 4.75 billion people are vulnerable to declines in development levels due to recent restrictions on freedom.